Come on, let's do it.
Whatever happened to April showers bring May flowers? This rain is unbelievable. Anyway, it's Thursday night. I'm more than well aware of the rattiness of this t-shirt. It was ratty to begin with, and then I started messing with some cornstarch. You'll see why in a minute. Trying to get ready for the company for the weekend, so I've got my indoor-outdoor get-her-done attire on. But tonight, I'm going to make myself a little dinner, and part of it can be for lunch tomorrow. And I want to talk about something. We've mentioned this more than once, I think, in the pantry, about best buy dates, all right? Best buy. That's not the same as an expiration date. People get all freaked out. Your milk, your dairy, they have expiration dates. You'll smell if it gets nasty. Most of your canned goods, beans, stuff like that, soups, whatever, canning, commercial canning like this is pretty tight. So you'll see a date, and I go through my pantry from time to time. This says BB, Best Buy, 19 March 2025. Well, it's already mid-May. But this is canned. I'm not worried about it. And they're fermented and salted black beans. I bought 2 cans of these way back when. I used one a little while back. I love these things. So, Best Buy March 25, time to use them, okay? So we'll open these up, and I'll show you how we're going to use them. I got everything else piled out on the marble. Let's do it.
Come on, let's do it.
We've got the usual culprits for a dish like this. The black beans, of course. Got some onion, garlic, a red bell pepper, a little green onion to garnish at the end. Cornstarch, we'll add a little water and make a slurry out of that. And then toasted sesame oil. I got a brand new Zhaojing wine. I love this stuff. So key in Chinese cooking. I got that at H Mart on the way back from Philly. As I did this light soy. This was already in the fridge. Some oyster sauce. And we are going to do stir-fried squid with black beans. One of my favorites. You can also do this with shrimp. You can do it with chicken. But I love it with squid. And first thing we'll do is prep that. But I want to mention one thing about the light soy. I bought this Chinese light. So different than the Japanese. And I also have the Philippine, which is way different. And here's a Chinese dark. So I just tasted the light. Let's try the dark by comparison. Yeah, huge difference. Much deeper, obviously. A little saltier. There's a little sweetness to the light. We're going to use the light soy in our squid with black beans. So first thing I'm going to do is I'll put a little water in here and make our slurry. And then we are going to prep up the squid. I think you saw in the opening shot I had some water boiling on the stove because we're going to blanch the squid. We're going to blanch the red pepper. So, well, let's do the squid first, and then I'll do the prep the veg off camera. Did I mention garlic? There's garlic also. All right, let's talk about the squid. All right, in the Italians, you know, we cut it into rings, do fried calamari. But in these Asian cultures, they treat it a little differently. We are going to cut it the long way lengthwise like this and open it up, right? It's already been washed. Take out any of the cartilage that's inside. Okay, now we have it open flat. We want to use the inside. There's the outside of the squid. On the inside, we want to make diagonal scores. Don't go all the way through, but you definitely want to break it. Go almost down to the other side. This is going to, when we blanch it, allow it to curl up. If you've seen in your Chinese, your Japanese, your Thai dishes, I love this type of squid when it's cut like this because it curls up and it gives such a great texture when you eat. A nice bite. So 90 degrees, turn it on a diagonal, 90 degrees. See those cuts? They're not all the way through. Some of them almost are. You want to be careful though. Okay, once you've got your cuts, that's a big piece. So now we're going to cut triangles like so. Pieces that'll curl up and be nice bite-sized little drums of squid. Right? Just like that. Okay, those will be good. I'll do the rest of them. I'll also prep. I'm going to do sort of a julienne on the red bell. I'll chop the onion. I'll chop the garlic. And I will see you at the stove to blanch off the squid and the bell pepper. See you at the stove. Let me get the rest of these squid prepped up. All right, water's boiling. We'll start with the bell pepper. Just going to give that about a minute. Blanch it off. We're going to stir fry everything, but by blanching the bell pepper, it'll give it a little softer texture when we go ahead and stir fry it. Now I have, let me move this around. I have some cold water in here, but this is plastic. I shouldn't be using it, but I don't want to put it on here because this will melt it. All right, cold water. Get my slotted spoon here. And I'll get the squid ready. That's just going to blanch for 30 seconds or so. And I cut them into, after I did the diamonds on the inside, I cut them into these triangle shapes. Some are real big, some are a little smaller. I like to get that variety of size going. Okay, we'll give this about 30 more seconds. Actually, we'll put the squid in with it, and then we'll pull it all together. Because the squid wants 20 to 30 seconds. The bell wants a minute. See, they're curling already as soon as they hit the hot water. Crank up the heat a little. I love that. Give them 15, 20 more seconds, and we'll get them in that cold water. Then we'll set up our wok and start the stir fry process. All right, let's yank them and shock. Cold water. Stop the cooking process. We got what we wanted out of them. We slightly softened our bell pepper. We par cooked and got the nice curl on our squid. I'm gonna turn off this camera for a second and I'll get the stir fry station set up. See you in a minute. Alright, it's stir fry time. I've got my wok screaming hot. Now pardon, I am gonna put on the vent. Try to talk loud. A little sesame oil. And we're gonna start with the onion. Onion and sesame oil. You're going to get this lightly brown, toasted. Give it about a minute. I don't want to burn them. I think I can come down a little. Now that's not too bad. It's pulling. All right. Garlic and black beans. And I used these the other night in a different dish and I drained them and soaked them, but this has a lot of flavors mixed in, so I'm going in with the liquid and everything. Throw in a few tablespoons. And you know what? I'm going to put them all in, but that's enough of the liquid. I love black beans and we'll pass the best by date, so let's use them up. And let's put the garlic in. Let's give this a few seconds. And we'll add a tablespoon of our light soy. Tablespoon of oyster. Everything is stir, because it is called stir fry. It smells amazing. I thought about putting some rice on, but I'm going to go non-carb with this, no rice. I might put some on in the morning for a nice Friday lunch at work, instead of ordering Chinese, right? Okay, steaming hot, and now it's time for the main event. Squid and red bell. Yeah, baby. And now, a little bit of sugar, just a touch, because we have all that sourness of the fermented beans. And 2 tablespoons of the brand new, just opened, fresh Zhaojing rice cooking wine from China. The stuff is priceless. Give everything a nice stir. And now to finish it off and get that nice, slick, Chinese takeout kind of glisten, the cornstarch slurry. I did that off camera. You saw the cornstarch. I added some water. Made a little slurry, and we may not need it all, so let's drizzle a little in. Oh yeah. And that is stir-fried squid with black beans. Let me get a dish, we'll plate it up, and we'll give it a taste. Dish some of this out. I'll leave myself a nice batch for lunch. And looking at it and smelling it, I think I am going to cook up a little rice in the morning. And let's garnish it up. Clean up a little. It's a nice blue plate for the contrast with a red bell pepper, white squid, and I've got some, I didn't toast them, but I've got some white sesame seeds here. And I sliced up some of our scallion that we saw earlier on the board. Alright, I'm going to grab a couple chopsticks. We'll give this a go. Let's get in there. I'm just going to go right off the bat for a piece of squid. These aren't even matching chopsticks. One's longer than the other. I love that curl. Oh, the done time is perfect. They've got a chew, but they're not tough. Oh yeah. Let me get some black beans on a piece. There we go. A little more. A couple of beans on a piece of squid. I love these things. Fermented. Alright, this might be better eaten with a fork or spoon. Oh, the beans though. I tell you, I love all different types of cuisine. I couldn't say I had like one over the other or favorites or any of that. But I will say the Chinese have it going on. The balance of salty, sour, that little bit of sugar. These black beans are great. I'm glad I used them, both cans. So good. And I can't get enough of that cut. Love my fried calamari rings, don't get me wrong. But for these dishes, nailed it too. Perfectly done squid. Wow. I'm enjoying this, and I got a full lunch with rice that I'll make at 6 a.m. I'll see you all for the next episode.
Come on, let's do it.